What up? We got Monari Station. Today, psychological horror visual novel, I do believe. Shut up, y'all like visual novels. When you look at the train station on a busy morning, what do you see? A bunch of people heading to work or school, all that kind of stuff. They've probably caught the same train countless times before. Until one day something unbelievable happens. Somebody help! Somebody help! Did you see that? She's trapped. Wait, she's still breathing. Who? Monari Station. The news is reporting that all the trains are delayed. Amidst the commotion, a lone detective is briefed by a paramedic. Yes. So basically, she's trapped between the platform and the train. Okay, got it. Understood. And she's still alive? Yeah. I see. I'm Kesai. I'm the detective assigned to this incident, by the way. What's up, girl? You single? That her over there? That's right. She's been stuck like that for the past 10 minutes or so. That's a horrible sight. Detective, can you hurry up with this already? I need to catch the train. She jumped in front of the train. Just another suicide. No, she didn't. She was pushed. No, she tried to push some guy and she fell. Nobody seems to know what happened. Well, it could possibly be murder. Well, attempted murder, right? I see you're all over there working hard to save her. She won't survive. We're just keeping her calm and setting everything up to extract her. She won't survive. We see this all the time with suicides. It's the pressure of the train and the platform that's keeping her alive. Once the pressure is gone, she'll hemorrhage internally and die within minutes. I see. I'm late for work. Hurry up and finish this. Stop thinking about work. They're trying to save her. Idiot, inconveniencing all of us. If she wanted to do that, she should do it somewhere far away where nobody gets involved. I'm gonna change this guy's voice. We don't know that it's a suicide yet. By the way, some of the train staff apprehended someone suspicious. Some of the bystanders say they saw him push her in front of the train, although others say he wasn't even there when it all happened. All right, I'll check it out. Kesai approaches a man surrounded by train station staff. He is tall and looks like he could be a famous actor. He doesn't look young, but he isn't old enough to be called a middle-aged either. Is this the suspect? And the train staff nod their heads with some hesitation. Kesai learns from the train staff that the suspect is named Moto. It's so shocking what happened. Why are some people saying that you're involved in this? Well, I was nearby when all this happened, and I do stand out a bit in crowds. Some people are saying you pushed her in front of the train. I would never do such a thing. I don't think I was even close to her when all this happened. I think they've got cameras here. If you look at them, you'll see what really happened. Either way, I'm happy to help in any way I can. I see. Just take a seat over there and wait for me. I need to look into some things. I guess I need to talk to the victim. Kesai begins walking toward the victim. While walking, he gets surrounded by onlookers and people waiting for the train. Man, get out the way. He finally makes it to a cordoned off section of the platform. I'm Detective Kesai. I'm here to work out what happened here this morning. I don't know what happened. I see. Could I get your name? Remy. I think the paramedics have my bag. Remy, have you heard any trouble with people in the past few days, weeks, or even months? Trouble? Like what? Getting into fights and stuff? Anything where someone might hold a grudge against you. No, I barely talk to anyone. Didn't even want to catch the stupid train this morning anyway. But my doctor said I needed to come to the clinic. Doctor? Yes, a doctor, a psychiatrist to be precise. So you can end your investigation now. Just say I tried to kill myself and that I'm a mental case. That's not what I'm going to do. Remy glances at the onlookers. Look over there. They all want to go to work and get on with their day. Can someone hurry up and get me out of this? I'm probably going to lose my legs, right? I'm not sure. Well, I can't feel anything below my torso. Great. Now I'm not only mentally disabled, I'll also be physically disabled too. The paramedics near Remy start to look very solemn. Remy is quick to notice their faces. Oh, I see. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Nobody's saying that. Look, I know this is a terrible situation to be in, but I really need your help. I need to get to the bottom of what happened here. So you don't know of anyone that might have wanted to hurt you? Or maybe just disliked you? No. Alright, thank you, Remy. I'll be back in a moment. Man, who done it? Kesai begins walking back toward the suspect. Are you gonna finish up already? I'm late for a meeting. She did it to herself. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. Look at her. She fits the profile of the type of person who does this. Please, let me investigate. The bystanders move out of the way as Kesai heads back to where the suspect is waiting. Bro, they just let people stand around here? This... Apparently, the victim doesn't have any negative history with anyone in the past weeks to months. In fact, she says that she hasn't seen anyone for a long time. I see. So you're saying that you think she did this to herself? Well, that's the one thing she denies. She denies that she did this to herself. So she thinks someone did this to her. She didn't go that far. Well, whatever the situation, I'm willing to help in any way I can. You're quite cooperative for someone who has been accused of pushing her. Well, I didn't push her. And I want to help get to the bottom of whether someone did. That poor girl. This is tricky. Should I show the suspect to Remy to see whether she might know him? But she's literally spending her final moment alive right now. Regardless of whether she did this to herself, she's gonna be dead very soon. Maybe it's better to let her be calm and at peace for these final moments. But what if she really was pushed? And if she was pushed, is it likely to be this guy of all people? Would I want to know the truth if I were in her position? But I don't even know if she did this to herself or not. If she did, then she wouldn't be wondering about any potential suspect right now. What should I do? Yeah, I did it. I can't just bring him to her in this state. I can probably just take a photo and show it to her. Do you have any ID on you, Moto? Of course. I gave it to the train staff. Train staff hand Kesai some ID documents. They also hand him a business card. Alright, so you're not from this city. No, I'm just visiting for business. But unfortunately, it looks like that'll have to be put on hold for the time being. And you work in the entertainment industry? That's right, for the past 20 or so years. That's why you're dressed like that? Yeah, no suit and tie for me. One of the perks of this line of work. Do you mind if I show your ID to the victim to see if she knows you? Not at all. Although from what I saw, I don't think I've ever seen her before. She's like a teenage girl or something, right? She's not a teenager, but she's young. I see. Anyway, I'll be back. Who did it? Kesai walks back toward the platform. Once again, he's ambushed by bystanders. Train staff ease their concerns by reassuring them the train will start running again soon. They say it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes for full service to resume. Just tell me who did it. Kesai makes it back to Rimi, but is approached by a paramedic first. She looks a little more tired than before. Her face has started to lose some color. She's doing okay, but I'd give her 20 minutes at best. 20 minutes? 20 minutes is the best case scenario. We're just trying to keep her calm so she doesn't suffer any more than she has to. Kesai slowly steps toward Rimi. Hey, are you alright? How can I be alright? Look at the state I'm in. You're right. It's just that I talked to the suspect. Is this someone you might know? Kesai carefully shows the photo of Moto to Rimi. How the hell? Who the hell? Kesai immediately pulls back the photo so Rimi can't see it. I can't believe this. Rimi starts violently rocking back and forth. However, before she can hurt herself, paramedics step in. Paramedics restrain Rimi as she slowly calms down. Rimi, do you know this person? Is that why you reacted like that? Please don't do this to me right now. She's not doing well. I wouldn't cause any unnecessary stress. But clearly there's some connection here. Alright. Don't worry, we can deal with that later. I just want peace. Is there anything I can do? No. He goes by the name of Moto. Does that sound familiar to you? No. I can't just let it end here. What do I do? Did Moto do this to you? No. So you know who he is then? I don't want to answer. There has to be a better approach. I should focus more on the circumstances of today. Rimi, it's important that we understand what really happened today. Let her explain. So what did happen today, Rimi? Look, I just wanted to get to my appointment. The next moment, there's all this commotion and I fell in front of the train. Right, so this wasn't intentional. Yeah. Why is she being so vague? It's hard to believe what she's saying. Make it clear she doesn't need to justify. You know, being honest protects you the most, right? I'm gonna die. Why would I care about being protected? Don't you have family? Don't you want them to know what really happened? It's okay, they'll never find out. What does she mean by that? Maybe I need to keep pressing forward. Ask once again. Alright, Rimi, you don't have to tell me anymore if you don't want to. Great. And yet you didn't get pushed. There's no way you'd understand. Suddenly, a paramedic pulls Kesai aside for a moment. She's starting to deteriorate. We've got all the equipment ready to pull her out. If you keep talking, I'd say you've got a little over 10 minutes. Even if you pull her out right now, she's got no chance of surviving. No. Even if you get her to the hospital within minutes, the body simply can't handle the loss of blood that will occur when we set her free. I see. Rimi looks even worse than she did a few minutes ago. Rimi's face and arms begin to lose color. So this is it. Kesai feels an overwhelming sense of urgency. Rimi, you need to tell me what really happened. Please, we don't have enough time. What? You want to squeeze the truth out of me before I die? That's not what I mean. You haven't pressed me about what happened. Kesai waves the paramedics over to him. Please bring me the victim's bag. I need to inspect it. These are all the belongings we found. The paramedics hand Kesai a black handbag. Kesai begins fishing through the bag, trying to find something useful. He notices the bag is full of dirty tissues, food wrappers, and empty pill cases. Rimi's expression sours as she watches Kesai go through all her belongings in front of her. Everything you expected, right? Kesai ignores Rimi as he spots the ID the paramedics mentioned earlier. This is... Kesai shines his torch on the ID and inspects it closely. This ID is fake. Rimi, is that even your real name? If that even is your real name, what's going on here? The ID is real. I don't know what you're talking about. Rimi, I work for the police. I know what a fake ID looks like. And this is a fake ID. Rimi, you need to come clean. I'ma be aggressive. Rimi, you need to tell me the truth. You know it's an offense to carry and use fake identification, right? Soon as you're out of here, I'll have no choice but to arrest you. I thought I was gonna die. What do you mean you'll arrest me? Look, if you come clean, I might be able to use my discretion regarding what to do. But at this stage, it's clear that you've committed a crime. Alright, let's talk about Moto for a moment. It's clear to me that you know him. I don't. He's nobody. Stop lying to me. Rimi, we don't have time. Tell me what you know about Moto. Oh, we gonna continue being bad cop, bruh. Why did you react so violently to the photo of him? What did he do to you, Rimi? Tell me. Rimi's breathing quickens. She looks extremely distressed by Kesai's questioning. I hate all of this. I hate this. I hate this stupid life. Tell me, don't play the victim card with me. I'm about to die. Of course I'm a victim. Please, Rimi. How does this relate to the psychiatrist? What does that have to do with any of this? Why do I have to be treated like this? I'm going to die. I can't even catch a break in my final moments. Rimi. Oh, we gonna keep being aggressive. Rimi, you shouldn't be using a fake ID if you didn't want to be treated like this. Why do you need to see a psychiatrist? What's with all these medications you're taking? Because of everything I've been put through. Why else? You're pretty dumb for a detective. What have you been through? Did Moto do this to you? I wish I could just die already. Rimi looks as if she's on the verge of saying something she might regret. Suddenly, Rimi looks even paler than she did a few minutes ago. I hate this. I hate all of this. I hate this. Paramedics begin checking her vital signs. Starting to reach the final stages. How long does she have? Only a few minutes. She gets any worse than this, we'll be forced to release her. It's protocol. I understand. Rimi, now struggling to breathe, urges Kesai to come closer. Rimi, we only have a bit of time. Please tell me the truth. Rimi has a solemn look on her face. I know Moto. I've known him since I was a teenager. I see. He said he worked in the entertainment industry. Were you some kind of talent? kind of. Remy sighs deeply. When I was a teenager, I was one of the most hated kids in the country. One of the most hated? I really didn't want to relive all of this, but you're forcing me to. Tell me more. Yo, we heartless. When I was 14, I would go to convenience stores. I would take the bread off the shelves. I'd lick the bread and put it back on the shelf so nobody would notice. I'd film all of this to post it to social media. I remember hearing about this on the news. So you're the girl who did all that? Yeah. I remember they couldn't reveal your identity because you were underage. Maybe not on the news, but on social media my real identity was revealed. I was receiving death threats. My family was receiving death threats. It was hell. Remy starts to cry, but her sadness turns into intense anger. That's when Moto came into the picture. He signed me to his company. He promised he'd make all the bad things go away. He promised he'd turn me into a movie star. Remy looks at Kesai with eyes that seem ready to strangle him. Does telling you make you happy? I'm just here to get to the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is for you. Moto used his company and his industry connections to paint me as a victim instead of a delinquent, antisocial teen. Big names in the entertainment industry came to defend me, insisting I was just an abused kid with no hope, looking for attention. It worked. The death threats stopped. People started to sympathize with me. So Moto saved you? Kasai's question triggers deep-rooted anger in Remy, turning her pale face red. Of course not. He's the reason for all of this. Don't you realize that his help came with a price? The brief burst of anger subsides as Remy's face becomes even more pale than before. The way he controlled my life, the way I was forced to do things. Each time Remy speaks, she seems to use every ounce of her strength. He turned me into a soulless puppet. What did he make you do? If he's committed a crime, you need to tell me before it's too late. Remy ignores Kesai. I tried to get help. I tried to tell others, the media, but he's too powerful. He blocked everything I tried to do. Remy, please, do you have any more? You have to be more specific. What exactly did he do? I can bring him to justice, please. Remy once again ignores Kesai, looking annoyed. So that's my story, and that's why I have a fake ID. The only option left for me was to change cities and do everything possible to change my identity, to live a life free from him, but a life without my family, a life of solitude. I had to give up everything to live the life I'd been living until today. Once again, intense hatred fills Remy's eyes. He found me. That's why he came today. He wanted to show me that no matter what I do, he'll always find me. Remy starts to look delirious. So he killed me. So he did push you. He killed me. He killed the last hope I had for life then and there. Remy's eyes fill with blood and her nose begins to bleed. I hate you so much too. You're just like him. You'd do anything to get what you want. But has anyone ever thought about what I want? What I want? Remy gnashes her teeth as her hatred and excruciating pain give way to the unconsciousness. She goes limp. Vitals down. We need to get going. Everyone engage the systems. We need to get her out ASAP. Paramedics quickly escort Kesai away from Remy. Remy's lifeless body is lifted onto a stretcher. Within a minute, she is taken out of the area and into an ambulance. Remy is confirmed dead on arrival at a nearby hospital. Kesai, conflicted and full of anger, pursues and investigates Moto for weeks afterward. However, security footage shows that although Moto was on the platform, he never came close to Remy. Kesai's personal investigation leads only to unconfirmed rumors from bitter former employees about Moto's behavior. However, nothing concrete arises. Nothing happens to Moto, and Rimi's real identity is disclosed to her family. Ultimately, the incident is ruled yet another suicide at the train station committed by a mentally ill young person. Kesai feels immense frustration about the incident and continues to harbor deep-seated hatred toward Moto. Kesai vows to one day bring Moto to justice. Hey, that was a brutal story. Oh. Where does this take place? Japan? What happened? Hey. That was Monari Station. We missed like 5 achievements. That was Monari Station. Like, sub, see you on the next one. Let me know if y'all like these visual novels.